it's me, Kayla, and welcome to today's episode of Spill the Tea. So before we get started, I need you guys to pause this video right now and go get yourself a lovely cup of tea or any beverage of your choice, but I mean preferably tea. I'm really loving my little Tinkerbell mug today. Look how cute! And I happen to have some spiced chai tea. I'm loving it. But anyways, in today's video, I'm going to be talking about something that is very personal to me, and that is bullying. The first thing I want to say is that if you, the person watching this right now, if you are being bullied right now or you've been bullied, I just want to say that I feel for you. You're not alone and you are worth it. I don't want you to listen to any of those people that are trying to bring you down because they're not worth it. And you are an amazing human being and you should know that. Alright, now that I got that out of the way, I'm just going to dive right into this and tell you guys about some of my personal experiences with bullying, and then I'm also going to give you some of my advice on how to cope with these really difficult situations. For me, I started experiencing bullying in grade 7. I was afraid to come to school every day. I remember actually staying home a couple times because I was scared to death to even get out of the car because I didn't want to set myself up for being humiliated and just feeling terrible about myself. So I definitely know what it's like. I remember for me, boys always used to give me a hard time, and usually it's the other way around. Girls will be picking on girls, and don't get me wrong, there were some mean girls in my school without a doubt, but I remember it was always the boys most of the time. Like, there was this one class I remember, I had all boys at my table, of course, and there was only one girl, and she never, like, defended me or anything like that. She just kind of sat there and laughed along, and people always used to make fun of me for being the quiet girl. They used to make fun of me because I was very, very shy, and the reason I was that way was because, honestly, I was afraid to open my mouth and say anything because I knew that I'd be judged, and you know, people always have something to say about everything. I even remember this one day, I was sick and tired of these boys giving me a hard time, just making fun of every little thing that I did. And I turned to one of them the one day and I told them to shut up. I just said, shut up. And that made the situation 10 times worse. They picked on me even more. They mimicked me, the whole shebang. So when it comes to people that will just shout things out at you to make you feel bad about yourself or to embarrass you, people have different opinions about how to deal with that. However, in my opinion, I would say to not try to insult them back, because most of the time that just adds fuel to their fire. It's like a game to them. So in my opinion, if I were you, I would say if you want to defend yourself, go ahead and do that, but also don't play their game. Don't shout mean things back at them because it's not going to get you anywhere. You should be the bigger person. These people that are trying to bring you down have issues of their own. Trust me. Sometimes people are fooled and they think that these bullies have all the confidence in the world and, you know, they're just perfect, so they're going to pick you apart because you're not perfect and they are. That is the complete opposite. People that feel the need to pick you apart and bring you down have their own issues. They have insecurities and they're not secure with themselves, and that's why they are trying to bring you down to elevate themselves. Okay, so honestly, sometimes, you know, I feel bad for people that feel the need to be bullies because they're really struggling inside. Think about it. This may be a weird example, but if you think about maybe a time when you've had a really bad day and your mom says hi to you and you're just very miserable back and you're just not having it, and you start to take things out on other people because you are miserable. It's kind of like that. These people are not happy, so therefore they're gonna take it out on you, and that's totally not okay. But, you know, in a way, you kind of should even be sympathetic for them because, you know, if they feel that poorly about themselves that they need to just spend their time making fun of other people, then that's sad. So again, if you are in a situation like this, take it with a grain of salt. Don't take anything that they're saying to you personally because it is all completely untrue. If you want to stick up for yourself, then definitely do it. But I definitely would not recommend stooping down to their level and bickering back and forth with them because that's not going to get you anywhere. Another thing that I remember experiencing in like 7th and 8th grade was really catty girls always whispering about me. This actually happened to me a lot at dance. There was a group of like 3 girls and I never did anything to them, okay? But anytime I'd walk in, they would all look at me up and down and just whisper and laugh, and they never said a word to me. And I was too shy at the time, so I never said, hey, what's up? Why are you acting this way? I just kind of ignored it and acted like it didn't bother me. Looking back, I kind of wish that I would have stuck up for myself. I definitely know how that feels. And if you're ever in situations like that where people will just talk about you behind your back and like whisper and laugh, again, don't take it personally. I just think that it's so sad that some people feel the need to act so petty and to act like they're above you because they're not. I mean, don't they have anything better to do? Seriously, girl, don't sweat it. But to conclude the whole bullying spectrum of things, also I think it's important for you guys to know that if you do stick up for yourselves and it still goes on and you're not doing anything wrong, with these people just won't leave you alone, then it might be a good idea to tell a teacher or the guidance counselor or your parents or someone. And I know that some people might be like, oh, well, they don't do anything about it, but at least you're getting someone else involved and you feel like you're not completely alone. I know that these types of things are really, really, really tough to deal with, but one of my favorite quotes, and I know I'm getting all cheesy, but one of my favorite quotes is actually from Taylor Swift. Hey, by the way, I'm wearing a T Swift shirt. I love her. But anyway, the quote goes, "Don't you worry your pretty little mind, people throw rocks at things that shine." And let me break that down for you. So pretty much I love the quote because it's telling you to not get worked up and worry about the people that are trying to bring you down. They're more than likely acting this way because you have something that they don't, or again, they are just insecure, miserable people. Also, in the end, you're not going to be in middle school or high school or whatever. You're not going to be there forever. Everyone's going to grow up eventually. Some do, some don't actually. But moral of the story is that you're not going to be stuck there forever, and it's all temporary. And I know you don't want to hear that because it's your reality and you have to live it every day. But just keep it in the back of your mind. Take the things that people say to you that are negative with a grain of salt. Take any negative words that people are telling you and just let it go in one ear and out the other. But anyways, now I'm going to talk a little bit about cyberbullying because this is something that is very, very touchy for me. I went through a lot when I was 15 due to cyberbullying. I actually had a couple YouTube channels before this one, and they were very, very successful. They were going very rapidly, and you know, along with lots of views and lots of subscribers, you also get lots of hate. I had a lot of people that really looked up to me, and it was a great feeling. But there was this group of girls, and they absolutely hated me. They would actually make posts just about me and they'd keep them up. They would edit pictures of me and they were very nasty, very inappropriate, just terrible. And being 15 years old, that was a lot because I took everything very personally. I really didn't know who I was when I was 15. I was still trying to find myself, and any little comment that anyone would make to me, I would really take to heart. You know, someone would tell me that I was fat or ugly, I would believe it. You know what I mean? And when you hear these things enough and you see them every day, it starts to just consume your mind and you believe what you read. And it actually made me very depressed. I didn't want to get out of bed in the morning because I was afraid to check my phone. It got so bad that I deleted all of my social media accounts, literally absolutely everything I had. I started getting panic attacks because of this, and I just thought, you know what, enough is enough. It's not worth it anymore. It was one of the hardest decisions I ever had to make because, you know, there was so much positivity and so much love, but also the hate was overwhelming. The hate was obnoxious, and I never did anything to these people to deserve it. They kind of just found it funny and like it was a game, but it's certainly not. And like I said, I was legitimately depressed. I didn't want to eat, I didn't want to get out of bed, I didn't want to do anything. So I definitely can say that I made the right decision. It took me a few weeks to come to the realization that I made the right decision, but overall I was a lot happier, and I took some time off, and then I decided that I wanted to come back, so that's what I did. But once again, with cyberbullying as well as real life bullying, it can be extremely hard when people pick you apart. People can be so cruel. And what you have to remember is that these people are hurting inside. They're obviously not secure with themselves. They're not happy. So they are doing this for some reason because their life isn't going right and they feel the need to take it out on you once again. So if you're experiencing cyberbullying, the first thing I want you to do is block the person. Block them so that they can't comment on any of your pictures anymore. They can't see your profiles. They can't do anything, okay? Block them. Then I want you to delete the comments if you see it, because there's no point in keeping negative comments on your account. You know, I'll get rude comments on my YouTube videos, but I delete them immediately because what's the point of keeping them up? You know what I mean? The most important thing, don't give your haters attention. Don't do it, because that's exactly what they want. And then focus on the positive. Read some of the positive comments that you get, and just remember once again that you are worth it, you are beautiful, and these people are dealing with their own issues, and that's why they feel the need to try to rain on your parade. But don't let them. But anyways, guys, that is all for today's episode of Spill the Tea. I could talk about this stuff for hours, but I don't want this video to get too long. So I hope that you found this helpful, and also if you want to leave a comment below and let me know if you've ever been bullied or how you deal with it or anything like that, then totally comment, because I love hearing from you guys. Remember that you are worth it, you're amazing, you're strong, and you got this, girl. Take it one day at a time. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye!